Howdy guys, I'm back with more Path of Exile, the Fall of Oriath. I'm in the library of Act 3 right now. I know it's optional, but you know, since I only have to do it once...
An adversary, slain, briefly lives on in the lessons taught to the slayer.
Well, that's an interesting way to go ahead and get started. So I'm in the library, and oh boy, and there's something else for me to read here too. Hold on. Book 3, Fall of a Jade Axe. In a man-to-man fight on open ground, a Gimling legion would have slaughtered Kaom's Karui warriors like so many pigs in a pen. But Kaom had no intention of engaging Lioneye in a fair fight. By absorbing some heavy losses and feigning a chaotic retreat, Kaom drew Marseilles into ordering his Gimlings to abandon their tower shields so that they might pursue and rout the fleeing Karui. It was not out of recklessness that Lioneye plucked such a decision, but from the experience-born confidence that the Karui did not have archers. Traditionally, Karui warriors are forbidden from using projectile weapons of any kind. What Lioneye understandably overlooked was that this Tavukai sacred prohibition did not extend to women. At her uncle's behest, Hiri had traveled to Thibris and studied archery with Val's finest military tutors. When the legionnaires shed protection in favor of mobility, Hiri and her bow women broke cover and rained death upon the Gimlings from the cliffs above. A valiant Marseilles Lioneye gathered his surviving legionnaires for a final stand within the walls of Lion's Eye Watch. Kaom honored his bravery by wearing Marseilles's bejeweled head upon his belt from that day on. Having secured a safe harbor for landing reinforcements, Kaom continued his conquest of the coast, slaughtering the Eternal Citizens and clearing the way for the first ever settlement of Karui upon the Reclastian mainland. Garibaldi, chronicler to the Empire. A little brief bit of history there. So I finally got, was it called? Cyclone. I don't even remember what it was called anymore. I got Cyclone last time, but, you know, I said to myself, ugh, this isn't so great. And you guys helped me out with some comments, so I'm back to using Sunder for just a time being. I'm gonna work my way up the passive tree after I just grabbed Executioner off screen there. I just leveled up. But I guess I'm gonna take the shortest route and go straight up to here where it's blinking for Resolute Technique, which will be, I guess, about 10 levels or so. So when I have that, I will switch back to Cyclone. So it was fun for a while, but now is not the time to use Cyclone apparently. And here is Ciosa. It didn't seem like it took me all day to find him. I don't remember this little tether being there to his portrait. Maybe that was always there. Maybe my graphics were a bit lower, but seems like there's definitely a link between the picture and the ghost.
Please, do not be alarmed. I am neither monster nor murderer, though that is the duality of existence that defines San these days. My name is Ciosa Fuanga, and I have the bleak honor of being the sole scholar to the Imperious Intellection, this grand repository of knowledge you see about you. May reason preserve us.
Okay.
In more mundane circumstances, it would be preposterous to ask this of you, an utter stranger, but given that I don't know in which century I might see another pair of flesh and bone hands, there's a door, you see, concealed behind the shelves. It leads into the archives. That's where Isius Perandus concealed his golden pages. Can you see how maddening that would be for me? No, of course you can't. Ridiculous of me to... Suffice to say that they are beyond my reach. 4 Valish texts they are, of priceless historical insight. Please, find my friend's golden pages and bring them to me. You will be rewarded. I vow it before the ancestors.
Alright, I can do that for you, my dear buddy Ciosa. Alright, so let's talk to him a little bit more. I think I'm going to get interrupted
Fortune
by this
favor
skeleton. I'm
you.
going to go spank him real quick. Alright, the archives.
It is the Karwi way to observe nature in nature. The fish without the sea is no longer a fish. It is dinner.
Oh dear.
The Eternals did not see it that way. An Eternal catches the fish, guts the fish, preserves the fish, and places it in a box. Only then does the Eternal feel he truly understands the fish.
This sounds about right. Alright, the painting that he is connected to here.
It was a Karwi Motiata that discarded my failing body of flesh in favor of canvas and oil. An ancient song and a momentary lapse in judgment that I've had more than enough time to regret.
How long exactly, I wonder?
Go with care, friend.
So I also changed up a few of my items here. I used an alchemy orb on some boots. I know it was a bit of a waste, but I did end up with some slightly better boots, more movement speed. I changed my chest piece. I don't have orbs of fusing to link. And I got a new helmet with some intelligence on there, and then this, which also has intelligence. So, you know, I've got a huge intelligence upgrade that I really needed because I was too dumb to use Herald of Ash. I needed like 18 intelligence for it and I didn't even have it. So now I'm well and above that, and my resistances are looking pretty okay. I need to be on the lookout for some cold resistance. I really need some better I need some better gloves pretty badly, as you can see, and I need some new life flasks, so I'm definitely going to pick these things up. These are all, maybe not this, I don't need that, but I do need this. I guess I could have used that. Immunity to ignite, instant recovery, I don't really know about that one. I don't know. I don't know if I should use that over what I have. I know I should probably maybe upgrade this other colossal, but kind of low on items and orbs and various things, so I'm not going to upgrade it immediately. I think I'm fine for now. Alright, ooh, there we go. That might be okay. How about the... Now, I should probably wait till I have 4 linked items. I probably shouldn't waste essences or alchemy orbs on 3 links when I could be getting 4 links pretty soon. Alright, the Ancients. Book 1, The Last of the Vol Queens. It has been written of Queen Atziri that her throne room was lined with mirrors so that she held court naked, demanding the same of those wishing her audience. The theory was that a naked man had nothing to hide, but one might easily venture that Atziri utilized her striking physical presence to influence courtly engagements in her favor. Hey, if you got it, flaunt it, right? A woman like Atziri, beautiful and naked, would be very difficult to refuse. The few statuettes and reliefs that remain depict her as a rare beauty, a young woman with exquisitely delicate features, large, mesmerizing eyes, and a full figure of intoxicating sensuality. Whether the depictions are realist or interpretive is unfortunately impossible to corroborate, but who was the woman behind the title? The few surviving accounts in this matter contain 2 schools of thought on the matter. Some speak of Atziri with adoration, touting her as a visionary, the woman who would lead the Vol into a brighter future. Others are less kind, suggesting that Atziri's love for herself overshadowed any love for her people. If her court of mirrors truly existed, however, the latter seems more likely. Vanity, after all, is the most insidious of all sins. Only one thing can be said for certain of Atziri. She was the last queen of the Vol. The trail of history ends during her reign, some 400 years preceding the Imperialis Conceptus. So the very last Vol ruler was none other than Atziri, who's, you know, quite infatuated with herself, and when you do fight her, she's quite the sight to behold. So Definitely not shy about her looks, that one, but you know, like I said, if you got it, flaunt it, why not, right? But yeah, so I got a few upgrades, and so I was able to change around a few of my stats here, and another new help page is unlocked, oh boy. Alright, Victario's writings, Volume 1, Kalisa Mas. I never really understood Brechtov's work, just a mess of trills and squeaky highs to my commoner ears, but that was before Kalisa Mas. From the very first note her voice reached into my chest and plucked my beating heart from its cage. By the wide glistening eyes of my fellow punters, I knew that they felt it too. I've previously stolen a quick nap during the aria that precedes Antonio's disemboweling. Oh, nap. Stolen a quick nap, not a map. I've previously stolen a quick nap during the aria that precedes Antonio's disemboweling. Not tonight. The gem at Kalisa's throat sparkled with starlight brilliance as her C-sharp shattered every pane of glass in the auditorium. An emergency intermission was called while the stage crew repaired the floods and cans, and a pair of physicians saw to those audience members lacerated by falling splinters. Now my suspicion of the virtue gems is well documented, though General and Courtier might fall over each other to have Malachi embed them with these miraculous crystals. It is a travesty of justice that the legionnaires and workers of this empire should have such mutilations foisted upon them. Yet, in Kalisa Mas, I've seen how these gems may rend apart our mortal bonds and permit our imaginations and souls to truly shine. I'm adrift at the quandary, no ore in sight. Is Kalisa the artist or the art? Is she the same woman I knew before, the young bundle of talent and timidity I had no choice but to adore? Is she still in fact a woman at all? So she was given an even better gift. Well, her talented singing became better, well, I guess better in the sense that she could shatter the ceiling, the glass ceiling or whatever with it, so I don't know if that's really a kind of power or gift I'd want to have, though, you know, it sounds, I don't know, sounds powerful, but, you know, it's one of those things that you're gonna pay the price on it, or, you know, nothing is that free. She's definitely paying a price for having that gem in her throat.
A lost warrior languishes in Kitava's kingdom. Find him.
Sure, maybe I can actually get a master to level 3. I still don't have a hideout. I am so late in this league as it is. Like, I started playing Oriath just when it came out, but I've had so much like real life shenanigans happening to me that I haven't been able to play it anywhere near as much as I wanted. I had to go to a stinking wedding and I was supposed to only be gone for a weekend, and I ended up being gone for well over a week because there's a wildfire burning in Lower British Columbia, and I was in Lower British Columbia. Now I'm safe and fine, nothing happened with the fire, but the plane that I took couldn't fly out, so I ended up stuck. I had to end up driving, getting driven actually 2 hours to the next city so that I could actually fly. All of the rentals in the city were gone. I mean, it was a little bit of a disaster. And then I ended up going and spending a few days in Vancouver for some medical stuff, so I've had... Oh, yeah. Oh, right. So, oops, I guess I should have listened to him. The whole point in this is me listening to the dialogue. I'm just like, yeah, thanks. Whoopsie, sorry about that. But I was just so happy to finally get someone at level 3. My goodness, it's taken me way too long to get someone to level 3, so I gotta make sure that I run back to Haku in Act 1 and get my hideout. Now, the coastal hideout, Haku's hideout, isn't really my favorite one, but I'm just happy to have a hideout at this point. I'm not going to be picky about it because I'm going to be super bad behind on all of my dailies to get all my people, or my masters, leveled up at this point. It's pretty bad, but here we go. A 4-linked boot. Those were linked, weren't they? Oh, yes. Perfect. Alright, so I'm going to definitely be using an alchemy orb on that one, I believe. Alright, so moseying along in the library. It looks like all the pages I need are just right here, and there's one right over there, so this should be done in just a cinch. Hopefully nothing crazy will happen. We level these up. Alright, here's our first page. Oops, if I can get this guy. The Vol were even more steeped in gem culture than our Emperor and his gemlings. It's an obsession as old as civilization itself. So you can see where the downfall of the Vol Empire can be, where you could probably point at one of the problems with the Vol Empire, right? Just from their obsession with the gems and stuff, right? Alright, a communion. But with what? By all accounts, it wasn't God that the Vol were trying to reach. Looks like there's a shrine over there, but I don't really know if it's worth walking all the way over there for a shrine when the 2 pages I need, I believe, are just going to be right here and here, so no point in overcomplicating this. Alright, oops, I didn't look at that one. Siosa, your slavery will cause them to overlook you. Your Karui way will guide you. Your humanity will shame us all. Oh, geez, Siosa, what did you get yourself into here, I wonder? Whoopsie. But yeah, so this is my first time playing PoE in about over a week since all my trips and stuff, so...
You die rather well!
I have really missed this game. A waking nightmare, a madness of the mind, or madness of the flesh. Alright, so now I just need to return these pages to Siosa. Shouldn't take too long. I feel like it used to take me a lot longer to go find all of those pages than that took. This all felt really, really pretty easy. In fact, I guess I should have just gone back to town and just gone to the waypoint. That would have been faster. I'll be back when I make it to Siosa. Alright, let's return those to Siosa.
By the ancestors! It's good to see fresh words in front of me. Now, my translation skills are not what Isius were. I can achieve a meager paraphrase at best. But a little knowledge is better than none, is it not? Let us begin. This tapestry of truth is a threadbare cloth indeed. But at least you have allowed me to begin the first few stitches in its restoration, and to settle the memory of a dear friend. In return, allow me to give you this, a little practical wisdom to improve your lot.
I love practical wisdom. Lay it on me. Alright, life leech, fortify, and blood magic and hypothermia. I'm kind of wondering, would fortify work just as well with leap slam as it did shield charge? I think it probably would. I don't see really why it wouldn't, so I think I'll grab that. And let me go ahead and slide that in here. I'm just using like melee physical damage support or something with my leap slam. This is kind of what's going on here. It's a little goofy, but it gets the job done. Alright, page 1 translation.
My word. Valish contextualized syntax is a slippery eel indeed. Let me see if I can grab it by the gills. They carried their virtue gems to Doriani's bed. No, that's not quite right. Ah, yes. Doriani's cradle. The historian finishes that it was a price they needed to pay to ensure a Valish future. A cradle of virtue gems? What sort of Valish future did Doriani hope to ensure?
So, it's not just translating words, it's interpreting them properly, right? Like Doriani's bed didn't make sense, but Doriani's cradle is how he's interpreting it, and he still doesn't quite understand. He's just trying to interpret it, right? It's a lot of work. Alright, who is Doriani?
I suppose every civilization has its Doriani, its Malachi, men of divine talent and demented ambition. Without them, history would be a far less interesting place.
Interesting is one way to put it, I guess. Alright, page 2.
Splendid. Let's see what this page has to offer us. It talks of Queen Atsiri. Now, here's a portentous line. She drenches her altars with the blood of those deranged enough to question her vision. The next piece is a real eye-crosser, but I believe it refers to a communion. Something to do with the harvest moon? Again, Doriani seems at the heart of it. Good. This line I can read without issue. This will be our final night of fear, our final night of suffering. Sacrifice, communion, the harvest moon. An unsettling combination.
So, Atziri was collecting blood to stay beautiful, perhaps? It sounds like maybe. Let's talk about Queen Atziri.
Malachi would never have risen so far without the patronage of an emperor like Chitus. It would appear that Doriani and Queen Atziri shared a similar relationship. It was said of the beautiful Atziri that she wished to see her likeness reflected in the still waters of history. Chitus was no less self-impressed. Of all the sins, vanity is the most hideous.
I think this goes beyond vanity and we're well into narcissist territory. Queen Atziri was full of herself. Alright, page 3.
Oh my. This first line is frighteningly clear. Our queen is dead. Doriani is dead. So many have fallen, so many have changed. The latter text is almost indecipherable. It practically hums with agitation. Let me see. I can make out the words sleep, nightmare, and the beast. Whatever that may be. Our historian finishes with, "We have succeeded where our forebears did not. We have failed ourselves." I need not imagine the fall of the Val. I saw the nightmare with my own eyes.
Oh, so he saw the fall of the Val with his own eyes, so he's been around for quite a minute. What about the cataclysm here?
Sun fell in the course of an hour.
Jeez,
no more.
An
A
hour?
tempest raged down from the mountains and engulfed the city, throwing it into midday darkness. I saw madness in my colleagues' eyes, watched as the most rational men in the Empire jabbered and slavered and slaughtered each other. I witnessed Trinian, our gemling intellectus prime, engulfed by the radiance of his flaming cranial gem, and wither like a grape in the sun into a thing of desiccation and famishment. I've seen mountains spew fire in Ngamakanui. I've seen waves as tall as trees and winds that leveled warriors and walls alike. Nature is what nature is. There was nothing natural about the cataclysm.
Man, it sounds like someone should make like a little fan video, like, maybe a minute or two long of the cataclysm, because man, that sounds like a really interesting thing to see when, you know, especially when he says he knows what nature looks like and there is nothing natural about the cataclysm. I'm glad I don't have to live through anything like that, I guess. Alright, page 4.
Strange. I was put in charge of dating the most antiquated of texts. This parchment, it's a remarkable copy, but it's no original. Much younger. Oh my. Listen to this. My dearest Isius, I have been enlightened beyond expectation. Your work in translating these artifacts is worthy of the highest recompense, and thus I am delighted to offer you a position in my personal laboratory. Please do not give your escorts any consternation. I would be most pained to see such a precious asset damaged in any way. I very much look forward to working with you. Isius Perandus. Your friend and admirer, Malachi. Poor, poor Isius. Wherever you went, my pity goes with you.
Oh man. Malachi, Malachi, Malachi.
How Malachi survived the Purity Rebellion, I don't know. He was at Emperor Vol's side before Chitis' corpse was even cold. I suppose Vol found him as difficult to refuse as Isius did.
And we're all paying the price for it now. Alright, so this is awesome. I have like all of the gems. Well, not all of them, I guess. I don't have like the super new gems or anything, but this is pretty nice. Several pages worth of fancy gems, so if I ever need anything, I know where to go. Alright, well, I believe I am done here. So I have to go to the Lunaris temple, and I also need to go to the docks. Off camera, I went and grabbed the Decanter Spiritus from the market. Normally I wouldn't really like do this quest, since I only need to do it once. No real reason not to. In Fairgraves, ooh, pretty pink sunset there. And Fairgraves is right by the waypoint, so this shouldn't take long. Alright, let's make sure that no one's going to attack me. Alright, I think the area is pretty clear since it's down here. Alright, Fairgraves. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Look at the sheen on that plum. Is it not the most delectable fruit that you've ever seen? No? Perhaps the gloss of hope is for my eyes only.
Go on. Oh, whoops.
Wondrous! Nothing bonds two souls more soundly than murder. For that reason alone, I knew you could be relied upon.
Oh, gee, thanks.
Now, for a little amateur vintnering. A quick squeeze of the plum, like so, into the decanter. Oh my! Look how it transmutes the juice so swiftly, from material to spectral. Effortless. And what an aroma. Imminent death never smelled so sweet. I believe I shall call this fine concoction the Imperial Nightcap. Now, before I get too carried away, there's the small matter of your recompense.
Gotta cringe a little bit here because I feel like he's gonna take a swing at me. Nope, just a ring. For once he's not being tricky.
A toast to swift endings and promising new beginnings. Oh, and you might want to avert your gaze once I have quaffed this diabolical brew. I doubt that my return to solidarity will be a pretty one. Right. As I used to say in the love dens of Trathus, bottoms up, girls.
Oh, Fairgraves is a pervert.
Oh my. Now that's an unusual sensation. Oh dear. Something is amiss. The All-Flame. It's... No! No, it's gone out! What am I... cannot be. I will not.
I don't think Fairgraves is coming back this time. Apparently the all flame went out. Well, darn. Sorry about that, Fairgraves. Sucks for you, I guess. Alright, so I got a ring and it's not great. Thanks, Fairgraves. I do kind of think I might maybe want to use I don't know, I kind of think I want to use an alchemy orb on these boots, but the ones that I have, they're not great, but they do have 15% increased movement speed, and I only have one alchemy orb, so it seems like quite a gamble hoping I get something better than what I have. I don't know what to do. I kind of think I might just hang on to these until I get, what do you call it? Either some more alchemy orbs or, what do you call them? Essences, I guess? Yeah, see, I should probably be carrying these with me, but I only have 12, so I've got them in the bank, so I don't have the temptation to use them there. Alright, so it's time for me to head into the Lunaris Temple. Then I'm going to have to go digging through the gardens to go find, oh wait, no, it's through the Ebony Barracks to go find, that's the sepulcher that I'm thinking of. Alright, so I'm going to head to the temple and I'll be back when I get there. Alrighty, just entered the Lunaris Temple here after a brief jaunt through the barracks there, so hopefully it won't take me too long to get through this place with the new and shiny map, and I think I have a little bit better idea of where to go. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. I'm kind of bummed that, what do you call it, Cyclone ended up being a little bit lackluster at lower levels. I know it'll be awesome later on when I have the appropriate talents or passive tree bonuses and some better equipment, but I was really looking forward to using it immediately and just, you know, spinning to win. And it's still a fun ability, just didn't seem very effective for killing things at the point that I'm at, and it's a me problem, not the abilities problem. Like, I don't have the resolute technique. Oh, little Harbinger dude. Hi, little Harbinger dude. I guess I should have realized that's what was going on with all the blue crazy stuff going on. Whoop, just gonna jump on you there. Alright, awesome. I think that they, oh, here, hold on, let me... Alright, so I guess I'm just gonna go straight through and grab Resolute Technique. That's probably the best thing to do. And then I will have to backtrack and eventually, I don't know if I should grab Blood. I guess I should probably grab Blood Magic because I guess there's nothing else I'll be using whenever I do get the right stuff for Cyclone. I know you guys have wrote like a lot of huge write-ups for me. I've got them. I've actually got like my some comments that I've pulled out and put in a text file on the computer next to me, or not on the computer. No, yes, I have another computer next to me. No, on my second monitor, so I could refer to it while I'm leveling up and stuff like that, because you guys are really awesome. Like, this is, I've only played a witch and a duelist to some higher levels, and I've played like the same kind of duelist twice, so I don't really have a lot of experience with builds. I really don't even know my way around the passive tree very well, and I hear people talking using like shorthand for some of the passives and abilities. I'm like, I have no idea what that is. I'm getting a little bit better. Like, I know one of the more popular terms was like for an ability over here, like inoculation. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try to find it over there, but yeah, you know, like this part of the tree, forget about it. Like anything on like the whole right, like all the dexterity, intelligence stuff, I have no idea what's going on over there, like no clue whatsoever. That whole side of the tree frightens me. I think my next character I'm probably gonna have to play like a dexterity something. Still haven't played a shadow. I've at least rolled one of everything but a shadow or whatever, the other generic looking brown-haired male. Or does he have black hair? I don't know, brown or black hair, but he's pretty generic looking. It's like, oh, he's got daggers or something, I guess. But yeah, I guess he's supposed to be the dexterity, intelligence, hero character or whatever. And
Piety's home away from home. Let's
Oh.
see if the sick witch is in.
You there. Let me bend your ear for a minute.
The Duelist and Vegan sound so much alike, like the way they talk. You there, let me bend your ear for a moment. Alright.
What'll it be today? Today's special is the mortal mealy with a side order of brutality. Cooked it up myself. Just for you, Exile.
Oh yeah?
I've set aside a nice, cozy spot there for a bit of a tussle. I'll meet you in there, shall I?
Oh, a tussle, is it? Well, well, well. Let's go have a tussle then, Vegan. That sounds so naughty. Alright, tussle time. Yep, yep, yep. Alright, I think I've had a rougher tussle in bed. This is such a joke. There we go. Cobalt Jewel.
I think it's time I stopped letting you win.
I think you're right. Oh, not level 3 yet. Alright, increase spell damage while wielding a staff. Perfect. Just the gem that I needed. Or jewel, whatever. Jewel, gem, blah. Alright. So I'm back out here now. This is where I always get hopelessly lost, because there's always like a little skinny road that or a skinny little path that I always run past a million times, and I already feel like I'm gonna get lost again, because I feel like I always go this way and end up lost. Like, you know, I think I must be crazy. I do the same thing every single time I'm here and hoping for a different result, but I don't know, it's like habit now. Alright, so just moseying through here pretty fast. Monsters are 30. I think I'm 32, 33 now, so a little over leveled. No real reason to stick around too terribly much. Let me jump on this guy. Jeez. So just need to make sure I don't miss the correct way to go is basically it. I don't think I'm going to finish Act 3 today. Might be able to get pretty close. I can try, but I'm not really sure if I'll be able to get through every little bit of it in less than like 20 minutes or so. But yeah, I don't know if I should do the Labyrinth now or Act 4 now. I feel like I'm an okay level to do the normal Labyrinth. I was told that it's scaled for about level 32, and I'm 33, so I feel like I should be able to do it, but I'm also pretty bad, so... And I haven't been to the new Labyrinth yet. I'm really excited to check it out. But I'm also really nervous because I would hate to go in there and just wait. You know, you guys know how it is. You go into the Labyrinth, you do okay, and then Izaro just, you know, stomps your face into the ground. It's like, well, that didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. Alright, so there was nothing but bodies on that side. Lots and lots of victims of Piety's experiments up here, isn't there? Lots and lots and lots and lots of them. Think of how many people this actually is. And then they're all in your games too. It's a lot of people. I'm joking, but gosh, you know, this area just is probably one of the most grisly areas of the game. It always gives me quite a few chills going through here. Just the trails of blood and all the bodies, so many bodies just piled up. Like, this is genuinely like, and then of course you got your rivers of blood. It's like they did a good job of making this place just straight up creepy town. It really, and then like I think these are the most horrific looking monsters, and not only that, but they really are a pain in the butt to kill too. If you're not durable enough, they just melt you down pretty hard and fast. Oh boy, but it's still one of my more favorite areas just because it is so grisly and scary and ridiculous. Alright, portal in. Alright, here's our girl.
So you've chosen to end our affair, Duelist. I shall cherish your memory.
Piety being awkward and uncomfortable again. But she says she'll cherish my memory, so it's alright. Alright, so I used one of my Vol buffs. I don't even know what I used. I just clicked on it. That was easy enough.
Sorry, beautiful. But someone had to put a stop to all this ugliness.
Indeed. Hey, this guy looks a lot like Tolman, doesn't he? Alright, so I don't think there's anything else to do in here, so I just need to travel back to the Sarn encampment, so why don't I go ahead and do that. A lot of dialogue and stuff in this one, not a whole lot of me advancing through the game, sorry. Alright, fire, oh wow, fire, cold, and lightning resistance, all in one dapper looking helmet. Heck, I might actually use that now that my intelligence is okay from my necklace. Maybe I'll put that aside. I don't really know if I'm going to use that or not. Let's talk to the townspeople now.
You have claimed the most worthy of prey, Makoru. Piety, the mistress of corruption. I'm not saying that the war is over, but you've given Rayclass a much-needed respite. Because of you, this land lives to see another dawn. And don't forget that you've done Grigor and Clarissa a justice of some magnitude. They will wish to speak to you.
Alright, let's go talk to him then. Alright, there's Clarissa. I'm gonna go over to Grigor first. Hey there, Grigor. Looking handsome as always.
Piety dies amongst her abominations, her warped dream taunting her, maddeningly out of reach. As a poet, I'm fond of that creed of justice. Here, the executioner needs recompense.
Alright, and I get a passive skill point. Really great.
Unfortunately, Piety was simply a puppet of a greater force. You've cut the strings, but the master remains. Dominus. That key you've picked up, I heard the blackguards talk of it. It's the one key to the Scepter of God on the northern edge of the blackguard encampment. Only Piety was permitted to carry it. Dominus accessed his laboratory at the summit of the tower via a pulley system rigged to the outside wall. That way will be barred to you. And I heard of no one, not even Piety, going in or coming out of the lower levels. Go with care, Exile. I can't imagine what's inside that tower if even Piety and Dominus feared to tread its steps.
Oh man. Alright, so we got one last big part of Act 3 to get through other than the labyrinth. Tell me about the beast, Grigor.
When Piety was experimenting on me, my consciousness was mercifully fleeting. In those moments of numbing darkness, I met a presence. Intelligence, power, immensity beyond the limits of my pitiable mortal senses. To this creature, I was but a raindrop falling into the sea. I heard Piety speak to her lackeys of the beast. It is the source of her thaumaturgy and the object of her ambitions. I believe Piety's beast and that dark entity are one and the same. Wherever it is, whatever it is, the beast is the cause of my malformation. It would not be a stretch of reason to consider the beast the source of all malformation in Rayclast.
So the beast is the reason why this guy's guts are spilling out and why, you know, the things that once ate grass eat flesh and all that other stuff, right? So the beast is the big bad of all of this.
Wherever he is, I'm sure Tolman knows what you've done. I know you didn't do it for him or for me. It doesn't matter. Piety's reign of cruelty is over. Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, I missed a bit of dialogue here. General Gravisius.
Gravisius dined with us once. This was before my father's gambling debts caught up with him. I dined with him again in Theopolis prison the night before my exile. He wasn't so polite that time. Thank you. That's one memory I can now put to rest.
Oh man, that's gotta be weird to sit there and sit down to dinner with someone right before they, you know, unleash unspeakable horrors upon you.
Piety's off to meet the Maker, is she? I'd love to be a fly on the wall of that little chap.
That's true. That would be an interesting conversation to observe.
You've done for Gravisius? If only I could get word to that lad I smuggled away from the General's wife at the time. The good widow would need a sympathetic shoulder to cry on.
Alright. I think I'm done here at the encampment. Maybe I can seek a prophecy.
One like you roams the land, but they are just the first of many.
A warband. Ooh, that should be an interesting one. I think I might have one more. I do.
A desperate ally seeks your aid and will lavish you with appreciation.
Ooh, triple reputation. Yes, please. I think that's all the silver coins I have. Yep, I don't have any more. Alright, so now it's time to go to the Imperial Gardens and unlock the Scepter of God. I'll be back when I find it. Oh gee, look who happened to show up when I'm looking for the Scepter of God.
Yes, you'll do. Now listen carefully, for I do disdain repetition. There are those who live for greater things in Rayclast, and then there are those who just live. One of the latter is out there right now, grasping at our future with greedy little fingers. Kill the malcontent, and you might as well slaughter his retinue while you're at it. On second thought, leave just one of them alive. The right fearful word in the right ear can do the work of 100 daggers.
Boy, this is the first time I've seen Rurumiki, and I absolutely do not like his quests because I pretty much always fail them if it's not a kill everybody once. I'm supposed to leave his guards alive. The guards, yep, were the first thing that died, so hey, at least
like you roams the land, but they are just the first of many.
Well, I at least found fulfilled a prophecy. I guess that's something. Well, sorry I couldn't finish the mission there for Rurumiki, so I guess I will not see him in Act 3 again.
Dominus exiles every brigand and cutthroat in Oriath, but do you think I can procure myself just one good, clean killer? I am sure to regret this, but let's speak again in the near future and see if we can still make something useful out of you. Rayclast is meant to be the land of second chances, after all.
I always do that. I literally always do that. Like, I know I don't try hard enough to do it. Oop, that's the library. I know I probably don't try hard enough to do his quests correctly, but I do always manage to screw them up. Anyway, I'm going to keep looking around until I find this stupid scepter. Alrighty, I just entered the Scepter of God here. Malachi, Laureate Thaumaturge to the Eternal Empire, the Father of Dreams. So, I guess this is a picture of the... Look, there's even like a little cherub or a little baby on his shoulder or something, I guess. I don't know, when you consider everything about Malachi, it could be anything on his shoulder and it'd be a little bit creepy. Alright, so this is the end of Act 3. I believe I will be in Act 4 after I'm done with here. So I've heard people say that Act 4 gets a little bit more difficult. So like I said, I'm not sure if I should continue to Act 4, if I should do give the labyrinth a shot, or if I should, you know, go into the dried lake and grind a bunch of levels. It's not, I mean, I'm doing solo self-found, but it's not like I'm doing hardcore. I'm not afraid of dying a few hundred times. I mean, I would rather not. In fact, how many times have I died? Hold on. I've died 0 times? Really? Huh. Well, I thought I died already. Okay, well, I guess not. I'm pretty sure I should have died by now. I usually die by now. I'm actually pretty strangely pleased with myself for not having died yet in this one. Oh, hey, my first unique item. Let's see, what did I think this is my first unique item? A Colton Halt, painted buckler, increased movement speed, a lot of evasion, cold resistance, gain 13% of physical damage as extra cold damage, reflects cold damage. Oh man, this thing really, like, Colton Hot. I wonder if Colton means ice or frost or something in another language. And a 5% chance to block. Ooh. In another world, that might have been fun for this character even, but I'm all about the two-handers for this go, so of course I get a pretty, I'd say it's not a bad shield. I mean, it's not great by any means, but it seems like it's kind of fun. I haven't seen that unique before either. I don't know if it's, yeah, I don't think it's a new unique, but it's new to me, so I haven't seen it before. You know, it's the fun in still being such a huge noob to this game, is everything's exciting, but on the other hand, I also don't know what's actually new, so pretty sure that's not a new one, though. Pretty sure that's an old, unique item there, but yeah, I'm glad I finally got to see one. I haven't been seeing a whole lot of unique stuff, so really happy about that. I mean, the best thing that I found so far is this amazing axe. I just have to swoon over it a little bit more. I haven't swooned over it in a while, especially since my break. Alright, yeah, I really hate that I had to take a break right as Oriath came out. I know a lot of people stopped playing after a few weeks, and I really wanted to get further along than I have.
My dear Chitters, the Empire has lived in fear and ignorance since its inception. Our Asmiri ancestors, in their arrogance, turned their backs on the lessons of the Val. The emperors before you lacked courage, lacked vision, paying lip service to eternity while scrabbling for approval and comfort within the prison of their meager mortal lives. You are not one of those emperors. You are Chittus the Great, the man that will make this empire truly understand the meaning of the word eternal. We shall build this thaumatocracy together, my emperor, gem by gem, immortal by immortal. Your devoted servant, Malachi.
Sounds like Malachi was trying to make the Eternal Empire great again? Never trust anyone that says... Okay, I won't get into that. I'm joking anyway, I'm just joking. Oh, I can never go wrong with a good political joke. Well, it's not a good joke, but yeah, I'll stay away from the political stuff. I have no opinion on anything. I just thought it was kind of funny for a second there. Alright, is this another... Alright, I got another Harbinger dude here. Let's see. I don't know if there's been any changes to the Harbingers and stuff. I think I remember saying that, like, a certain shard was going to be a more frequent drop or something like that. I know they've probably changed up a few things the week or so I've been gone, because they're pretty good about patching stuff, but not gonna lie, I haven't been keeping up with anything. I've got like 1 gigabyte of data or something on my cell phone plan, so I've been pretty in the dark about anything new going on with Path of Exile, so that's my situation right now. Ooh, I can just kind of go over that little destroyed part by going... I guess I don't know if I've always been able to do that. I guess I have. I guess stuff like that's always been there.
I believe in traveling light.
Oh, is my inventory... Oh! Derp, I never used this. That would be pretty nice to have, wouldn't it? Alright, there we go. Gosh, that was embarrassing. I just, like, didn't. I don't need that. Alright, I guess, still, I'm not sure if I should grab this. This seems like a later type thing, especially because my commenter said I should go straight for resolute techniques. So, I'm gonna assume you guys know what I'm doing better than I ever will, so I'm going straight for resolute techniques so I can make Cyclone great again. Yeah, I'm really bummed that I'm not using Cyclone now, but I think I'll be able to enjoy it a lot more when I have more movement speed and better equipment and stuff like that. Or maybe I should, I don't know if I should even like be looking for like blue quality boots that have like high movement speed. That might be good too. Alright, so I was just there. Okay, looks like there's another way to go over here, so this is probably the way to go. Alright, I haven't seen any, like, haven't seen any, like, good colossal health flasks. The only magic quality one that I've seen wasn't all that great, and I really don't want to have to use my orbs to... Oh! Hello! I stored up a week's worth of luck, apparently. Alright, what do I got here now? Wild Slash. 7 life gained for each enemy hit by attack. Strength. dexterity, attack speed, 20% increased damage with movement skills, 15% increased attack speed with movement skills. Okay, that's kind of strange. I guess that's like if you want to use like, I guess so stuff like this would be stronger, so if you wanted to do a lot of damage while jumping around, I guess that's probably a good like leveling item if you have the right build for it. I'm guessing that's what it sounds like. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong on that one, but there we go. I've got a one-hander and a shield now. Or well, a one-hander and a shield, there we go. That sounds kind of like a fun item, but I guess you have to know what you're doing with it. Well, I'm glad even if they're bad, I'm just kind of glad that I've been getting a couple of uniques now. I love the uniques. They're always fun to look at even and just dream up, you know, some crazy builds with them. Even if they're not the best, I still like looking at them. Uniques are still exciting to me. I don't know when uniques will not be exciting to me, but they're going to be exciting to me for a long time. Alright, so there is another... Alright, I think I'm going to have to go back to town and unload my inventory, so I'll be right back. Alrighty, back to it. I don't think I have too many more floors to go, and then I will be done with Act 3. And then, like I said, I'm not really sure if I need to move on to Act 4 or do the Labyrinth. I'll figure that one out tomorrow, whichever one I need to do. Like I said, I kind of feel like I should at least give a crack at the Labyrinth. You know, ascending will be really nice, and if I die, it's like, whatever. It's not like I said, it's not like I'm playing on hardcore. Alright, in fact, I'll probably die here.
Of arenas, Duelist. God is watching.
In fact, I think I'm gonna put a little, I'm gonna put a little escape route over here in case things go bad. Oh, Orb of Alchemy, just what I needed. Alright, well, apparently I'm supposed to submit because I'm a heretic or something like that. Gosh, these bosses and their little goofy sayings, they're so unoriginal.
Have you ever seen the true face of God, Exile? Shrink not from God!
You're a little blue, you've got a little blue man face. You look funny.
The touch of God!
I'm just gonna stand, I probably shouldn't just stand here, I'm probably gonna die.
This is an illusion, Exile.
Alright, here we go. Now here's the hard part. Alright, I need to make sure I don't stand in the bad stuff, basically, and I've got my little... Alright, my escape route is over there in case things go bad, and now he's like a little manifestation of the beast or something. I don't know what this is supposed to be. You can still see his weird little head, or the mask on his head or whatever, right there on the top. Strange looking thing. Yeah, I don't really know what this is supposed to be. I guess it's just an abomination, but it's dead.
A just death to address an unjust exile. I think we're even now, High Templar.
I think we are. And here is Lady Diala.
You have mounted the summit of the Empire, not a cockroach. You have crushed the bug Emperor and wiped his maggot dreams from the skin of Rayclast. Dominus exiled you, naked and alone, unto the palm of death. But you would not die, would you? No. No. You cuddled death, promised it the world, made it your conquest, and so generously shared it with all your fleeting friends here in Rayclast. Not once did you forget what you were. Not a cockroach feeding on the corpse of a dead empire, like the pests you crushed as you walked. A man. The sort of man that planted the seed of this empire right here in San so long ago. What teetering and twisted life it still holds dear, this land owes to you, Duelist.
I agree.
Of course, there will be more. You know that, don't you? Emperors. Avaricious little pests scrabbling to steal the legacy of their betters. Unless we burn that legacy, sear its infection from the flesh of existence. Go north, my lovely unbug. Go to Highgate, to the beginning of the end. Dive headlong into the nightmare sea. Catch and roast yourself a nice big fishy.
Nice big fishy. Alright, so I am donezo with Act 3. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through the aqueduct so that I'll have access to the Act 4 town, but... Oh, okay, never mind, I can just go to the waypoint here.
A stroll along a picturesque canal, some time in the mountains. What could be more relaxing?
What could be more relaxing? Alrighty, guys, so next time I'll go through the aqueduct. I'm going to go back and talk to the people in Act 3 next time. And I think off camera, I think I'm actually going to go talk to Haku and set up my hideout because I don't have one and I need one. So that's what I'm going to go do now. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching me play Path of Exile today. Took a step back from doing the Cyclone thing, but I think Sunder will work out better at the point that I'm at now, and maybe in a couple of videos I will be back to using Cyclone. Anyways, guys, oh, here we go. Haku and Elrion have some new things to say. I'm going to listen to them real quick and then I'll be done.
I've but one purpose in life now. Defend the last vestiges of faith in this god-forsaken land. Well, can't be completely god-forsaken. He sent you and me here, didn't he? Now, I've a few trinkets lying about that might be of use to you. Adornments imbued with what little faith I can muster in this accursed place. That said, the more corruption we smite, the more faithful I'm likely to be feeling. I can make some damn fine baubles when my divine ire is up. In the meantime, let me know if any of my current pieces catch your eye.
Took me for... Oh.
God has delivered you to me, and as always, his timing is divine. I've just put the finishing touches on a few baubles. Dripping with faith they are, brim full. Have a wee look and let me know what you think.
Faithalicious. Yeah, it took me a long time to even find Elrion. I don't think I even got him till like Act 3 or so. I don't know. What do you think of Haku?
Haku's a damned heathen who worships trees and ghosts. It never ceases to amaze me how we, God's children, excel at deceiving ourselves.
It's like the pot calling the kettle black over here.
The soul is God's concern. Katerina can do what she likes with the discarded vessel.
So he kind of doesn't mind what Katerina does, since he just views him as a vessel. Well, that's good, I guess. What about Tora?
Our causes may look worlds apart, but Tora and I share a common purpose. Rayclass will be saved.
Alright, so he'll shack up with Tora. How about Vagan?
Vagan has a certain attribute that makes him most desirable as a soldier of God. He doesn't waste time on thought.
That's not a good thing, I don't think.
A kingdom may encompass many, yet needs only one man to found it. Or woman, for that matter. It is all about place and will. If you have the will, then I believe I may have found the place. Say the word, warrior, and you may have your kingdom.
Oh, Haku's gonna hook me up with that kingdom. Hold on, let's talk about Tora, though.
A warrior protects life, but it is the huntress who provides it. This land will never prosper without a woman like Tora.
Alright, so both there. Everyone seems to like Tora. Alright, Elrion.
There is a fine line between belief and madness. Elrion does not even know where that line is.
Elrion doesn't think there's a line. How about Vagan?
Whether he clads it in silk or steel, Vagan's heart is still that of a warrior.
I like Haku. I feel like he's the most level-headed of everyone, so
You are one that pays heed to your heart, warrior. If that were a common skill, then Rayclass would not be as it is now.
Indeed. Alright, so I finally made my darned hideout. It only took me like 2-3 weeks after release.
The seed is nothing to look at while it lies in your palm. That is why Tar-4, father of the forest, gave us the power to dream.
Alright, this one is mine.
It is easy to forge a kingdom, harder to keep it. You will need allies, warrior. As you chose me, choose them just as carefully.
I'll do my best. Alrighty, guys, so... Oh, still more.
Upon this table, I am able to shape the material and the spiritual. Forge armor that protects the body and the soul in equal measure. Given time and the guidance of the ancestors, I can teach you this art. If you feel worthy of such an honor, that is.
Alright, so, oh, okay, it looks like I might still have all of my, crafting stuff, maybe? It just says in use, so... Oh, so I can keep all my stuff, maybe? Like, does it all work? Oh, I guess it does. Cool. Alright, well, I'm gonna spend some time doing my hideout, and I'll see you guys in Act 4 next time. Thank you guys so much for watching me play Path of Exile. I'll see you with another video soon. Bye for now.